Okay, last example over these notes for 5.2. Just a reminder, we will take a quiz over 5.1 and 5.2 tomorrow. You will be able to use notes on your quiz. So yeah, quiz is approximately 12-ish questions long. Okay, so let's get into this last example so you guys can get to your assignment. Write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line that passes through 1, -2, and is perpendicular to the graph of 3x plus 2y equals 12. Okay. Are we dealing with perpendicular or parallel lines?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. Tells me right there in the problem, correct?
Yes.
So, based on that chart we copied down on Friday, I'm using these steps on the right side for perpendicular lines, correct?
Yeah.
So, we first want to identify the slope of the line that is given to us. Well, the line that's given to us is 3x plus 2y equals 12. Is that in a nice form where I can easily identify the slope? No.
Yeah.
So in order to figure out what the slope is, what do you think I need to do?
I think you have to put it.
Put it in what? Yeah. Slope-intercept form is probably a pretty good form to put this in to easily identify the slope. Our previous example, the equation was already in slope-intercept form, so we were easily able to identify the slope. This one's not slope-intercept form, so I probably need to go ahead and do that. What would be my first step to get y by itself? Subtract 3x from both sides of this equal sign. Are 12 and negative 3x like terms? No. So I've just got to write it out. Negative 3x plus 12. How would I get y by itself? Divide everything by 2. Will negative 3x over 2 simplify? No. So negative 3 halves x. 12 divided by 2 gives me 6. Okay? This is now slope-intercept form, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the slope of this line that I'm given? Negative 3 over 2. How does that help me?
So when it's perpendicular, the slope is the opposite reciprocal.
Very good. We're dealing with perpendicular lines. I want my line to be perpendicular to this line that I'm given. Right? So this line has a slope of negative 3 over 2. So like we said, the slope of my line needs to be the opposite reciprocal of negative 3 over 2. Okay? So first off, opposite is talking about the sign. What's the sign of this slope?
Negative.
Negative. So the sign of my slope needs to be positive. The opposite of negative, right?
Real.
Okay? The reciprocal is talking about flipping the fraction. So what's 3 over 2 flipped? 2 over 3. So the opposite reciprocal of negative 3 over 2 is positive 2 over 3. This is the slope I'm going to use for my equation to ensure that my line is perpendicular to that given line. We okay with that?
Real.
From here, we now have a point and we have a slope, so we can either use slope-intercept form or point-slope form to help us create our equation. Okay? What form does it want our final answer in? Slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Correct?
Yeah.
So, I'll throw both methods up here of slope-intercept form and point-slope form to show you guys how to get there. What do you guys want to use first?
The first one.
Slope-intercept. So, we're going to take our point and our slope and plug into slope-intercept form to find our missing y-intercept, which will help us generate our equation. What am I plugging in for y here? Negative 2. The y value from my ordered pair, right? What am I plugging in for m? 2/3. My opposite reciprocal slope of my given line. What am I plugging in for x? 1. The x value from the ordered pair. I'm leaving b as b because that's my unknown. I'm trying to find that. I'm trying to find that missing y-intercept. Okay? So, 2/3 times 1 gives me what? 2/3. How would I get b by itself?
You would subtract 2/3.
Subtract 2/3 from both sides. So I get -2 minus 2/3. What does that give me for my b value, my y-intercept? Someone type that in your calculator for me. -2 minus 2/3. -8/3. So here's our y-intercept. What two things do I need to create an equation in slope-intercept form?
Y-intercept and slope.
Y-intercept and a slope. Do I have those two things?
C.
Yes. So what does my equation look like?
Y equals 2/3 x plus minus 8 over 2.
Y equals 2/3 x minus 8/3.
Yes.
You okay with that?
A lot of steps.
That's my answer. Okay? If you prefer point slope form, you could just as easily use point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. x1 and y1 is my ordered pair. M is still my slope, my opposite reciprocal slope. So I'd get y minus, what's the y value?
2.
-2, so this would be y plus 2. We okay if I just change it to a plus right off the bat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Equals my slope, which is 2/3, times x minus the x value from the ordered pair. Right? So there's an equation in point slope form. It wants it in slope intercept form. So I'd have to convert this to slope intercept by solving for y. Trying to get y by itself. Distributive property. 2/3 times x. 2/3 x. 2/3 times -1.
Negative 2/3.
-2/3. How do I get y by itself?
Subtract 2.
Subtract 2. -2/3 minus 2 gives me
Negative 8/3.
-8/3.
Off the nose.
Same answer we got using the other method. Either method works. Do you have to do both? No. Do whatever one you're most comfortable with. If you're more comfortable plugging in to slope-intercept form to find a missing y-intercept and then creating your equation, do that. If you're more comfortable plugging into point-slope form and then converting to slope-intercept, do that. So either method's going to work. Okay?
A lot of steps.
Any questions, comments, or concerns about this example?
No.
Any questions about any of the notes we took yesterday, or not yesterday, but Friday or today?
It's a lot of steps.
Any questions?
No.
No, sir.
Okay. There's your assignment. 5.2 homework number 2. MH. Looking for this on Canvas. If you cannot find it on Canvas, you should be able to find it on McGraw-Hill. This is due by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. But you should, please quit talking while I'm talking. You should be able to get a lot knocked out. You got a lot of time to work on it today in class until we go to our tornado drill. Any questions before I end the
We're gonna
recording?
have a quiz over that?
Any questions before I end the recording about the notes?
No, sir.